Now at 5:30, WKYT tracking the latest developments today. Out of Rowan County, authorities have ordered Kim Davis's deputy clerks to issue marriage licenses after she was arrested. We've got the latest in a few minutes.
Also at WKYT this morning in Rowan County as well, state troopers are investigating a bus crash that has injured a student. What we've learned about that overnight, that's ahead in a live update.
And Lexington's needle exchange program starts today. How the program leaders hope that it will improve public health in a few.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's great to have you with us here on Friday morning. It's September 4th, and we're headed for that Labor Day weekend. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It's also the weekend that UK football kicks off, so an exciting time.
Big one tomorrow night. And folks get to see the new stadium, and it's exciting. And we'll see how the weather cooperates with all of those things that people have planned. Here's meteorologist Jim Caldwell in our First Alert Weather Center.
Cooperation, that's what we need from the weather department, and we likely get it in most cases out there. We start off a little on the sticky side with temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s here on this Friday morning, and this is going to be a trend that continues into tomorrow and well beyond that. We look at Defender, and we are scanning the skies all across central and eastern Kentucky. Quiet out there this morning, but once we cross over into the afternoon and evening hours, then we'll start tracking a few showers and storms. Not everybody gets impacted by that, but we will have a few out there. We'll take a closer look at that coming up for you in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you.
Well, we begin this morning with the story that is making national headlines, really getting a lot of attention this morning. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis sitting in a jail cell after she refused to issue marriage licenses.
And now, to escape the same fate, her deputy clerks will have to begin issuing marriage licenses when the office opens up a little later this morning. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live from Rowan County this morning. Good morning, Hillary.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. It's obviously calm out here right now, but that is expected to change in just a few hours when the Rowan County Clerk's office here behind me opens up for the day. Now, while 5 of the 6 deputy clerks agreed yesterday to comply, their boss, Clerk Kim Davis, is sitting in the Carter County Jail. Her attorney says it is the first time an American has been jailed for believing in their conscience and a principle that is protected by the Constitution. During Kim Davis's contempt hearing in federal court yesterday, Judge David Bunning told her to issue marriage licenses or go to jail. So the clerk chose jail, saying issuing licenses to same-sex couples went against her religious beliefs. So the judge then held her in contempt of court, saying he did not make the decision lightly, but that her faith was not a viable defense. All but one of Davis's deputy clerks later told the judge they will issue marriage licenses. The lone holdout was her son. Judge David Bunning then offered Davis a compromise that she would be released from custody if she would not interfere with her deputies. But Davis still refused and was then taken to jail. The couples who sued Davis say they will waste no time getting a marriage license here in Rowan County. We, of course, will be here when the office is scheduled to open at 8 o'clock this morning, and we will keep you updated on everything that happens here throughout the day. For now, live in Rowan County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, Hillary, thank you. And Governor Beshear said that the judge's decision speaks for itself and that Davis's future is a matter between her and the courts. He also reiterated he will not call a special legislative session to try to settle the debate. Republican candidate for governor Matt Bevin said Governor Beshear could have removed the names of county clerks from marriage licenses and kept Davis out of jail. Bevin says he will do that if he is elected. He also says he supports Davis.
The idea that we would actually seriously think about imprisoning a county clerk who is standing on something that is constitutionally protected is unacceptable.
Democratic candidate for governor Jack Conway would not talk on camera about Kim Davis, but he did release a statement saying, quote, "I understand that passions are high on both sides of this issue, but we are a nation of laws and no one can defy an order from a federal judge." Others around the country are also weighing in on Kim Davis being taken to jail. White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest said that no public official is above the law. A Republican candidate for president Mike Huckabee tweeted that he is heading to Kentucky next week to stand with Kim Davis. You'll find much more coverage on the Kim Davis case at our website, WKYT.com. Other news, we're learning some new details this morning about a bus crash that injured a student in Rowan County.
The crash happened last night just before 10 o'clock, about 11 miles north of Moorhead. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain's at our live desk this morning with the new details we've learned overnight. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, new this morning. We now know, according to KSP, that the driver of that bus lost control due to heavy fog. The crash happened at 9:45 last night on Cranston Road. That's about 11 miles from Moorhead. State police say 18 students and 2 adults were on the bus at the time of the crash. The bus was coming back from a basketball game in Lewis County. State police tell us the driver lost control going off the shoulder of the road and striking a bridge. One student suffered minor injuries and was taken to the hospital by ambulance. The father of that student tells us that other students were brought to the hospital by their parents. No one, however, had serious injuries. Now, no other vehicles were involved in the accident. The accident remains under investigation by Kentucky State Police in Moorhead. At the live desk, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
All right, thanks, Michelle. Today, the Fayette County Health Department is starting its needle exchange program. Organizers say the program's aimed at stopping the spread of disease, especially hepatitis and HIV, among heroin addicts. The health department will collect needles from 1:30 to 4 this afternoon at their facility on Newtown Pike. You do have to bring in used needles to receive new ones. They say the program is anonymous and confidential. According to the Kentucky Office of Drug Control Policy, there were almost 1,100 heroin overdose-related deaths last year. Well, the government and the coal industry are fighting over a proposed regulation that would strengthen protections for surface and groundwater. The government says a proposed stream protection rule would protect waterways from pollution caused by coal mining. The coal industry argues the rules already in place are too strict, and new rules could lead to more coal layoffs.
We care about the environment and we work hard to mine coal responsibly. But when regulations make it impossible from practical and economic perspectives to mine coal, something is wrong.
And put the burden for cleaning up a mine's mess on the company that owns it. I have witnessed the streams in Harlan County and others running orange from toxic waste.
4 more hearings are planned about the proposed rule.
A man wanted for shooting another man in the face in Fleming County has turned himself in. Police say 34-year-old Jonathan Mays shot Norman Jawson on Wednesday night and then ran into a wooded area on South Lick Road near Hillsboro. Mays turned himself in to the Fleming County Sheriff's Department late yesterday. Jawson was rushed to UK Hospital but has since been released. A Jessamine County man accused of beating a man to death has been indicted. According to the Jessamine Journal, Thomas Carson is charged with murdering Shane Washington with an axe last month. Carson was also indicted for sexual abuse and tampering with physical evidence. According to court documents, those charges happened the same day as the murder.
The National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green celebrated a big milestone. They celebrated the 21st anniversary yesterday. They've also opened up the Sky Dome. It was closed last year, of course, after that big sinkhole opened up there, swallowing 8 Corvettes. One of them, the 1 millionth Corvette, was restored, and it was returned to the Sky Dome during a special ceremony yesterday. That car's restoration took more than 4 months.
It's a bit of a miracle, quite frankly, to be open here on Labor Day and full of people.
Well, some of the cars that fell into the sinkhole will not be restored. Instead, they'll be put in a sinkhole-themed display in the future. Well, WKYT has a traffic alert to bring along for you this morning. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says that they've shut down a bridge for emergency repairs. Inspectors found significant deterioration of a deck support on the Kennedy Mill Bridge between Garrett and Mercer counties. Road crews shut down the bridge yesterday afternoon. There is no word on how long repairs will take. Detour routes are in place.
Okay, so heads up on that. Certainly you don't want to get there and have to turn around.
Right.
Time this morning is 5:39, and let's check live drive traffic and see what's going on bright and early on your Friday. Here's a look outside right now at our Waze map and what's going on. And it looks like a pretty clean flow.
It says there are a few northern hazards, so try to get some more information on exactly what those are and bring that information to you.
Yeah, it looks like north of town there on the interstate, a couple of situations. It could be some of these stalled vehicles. I noticed this morning coming in some vehicles just off to the side of the road, so be very careful about that. A lot more news coming up Friday on WKYT, rolling toward that Labor Day weekend when we know traffic certainly will be picking up today.
When we come back, why did the chicken cross the road? And why did it back up traffic for hours? We'll have more on that.
And we'll likely track a little more steam through the day today and especially into the extended holiday weekend. I'll take a closer look coming up.